straight game victories. A fine win there for Yeo Jia-min, beating the 7th seed Gregoria Mariska Tunjung. And her reward is to face one of these two now playing on court 1 in the quarterfinals. The other two spots in this part of the draw have been sorted out. Tai Chung will play He Bingjiao. Both of them enjoying very, very easy matches in the second round. Here's An Se-young, very popular with the fans. Wasn't necessarily at her best. She's the defending champion. An Se-young had a heavily strapped up knee, as you'll probably see shortly. That right knee problem that she suffered at the Asian Games, and that had her out for a little while. Beiwen Zhang is also a former champion. She won this tournament in 2018. She actually got a very good record here. 2009, she was in the semi-finals. She had a couple of other quarterfinals, including last year. She had a very nice 2023 as well. Nice little comeback. As, some might say she's in the twilight of her career. This one will be fascinating, though the head-to-head is firmly in An Se-young's favour. They met each other at the World Champs last year in Denmark. An Se-young won that one in straights.
You call?
Red?
It's red. You win. This side? Serve or receive? Okay. Chang, you will serve.
Looking at An Se-young here, 21 years young, 170 centimeters tall, from the south of Korea. She is, of course, the world #1 and the current world champion. She's also the current Asian Games champion just a few months ago. Asian Championship, she finished second last year. I'm sure she'll want to improve on that. She has a whopping 20 titles to her name. She had such an amazing 2023. Beat Ratchanok Intanon yesterday. She was not her best. I think she'll be the first to admit that. We'll talk about that in just a while. Just under an hour it took, but last year it was just incredible. Apart from the India Open, she won the Indonesia Masters, the All England, the Thailand Open, the Singapore Open, Korea Open, Japan Open, China Open, and Malaysia Open. 9 titles on the World Tour last year. That's just how good she was. At one point, she only dealt in finals. Beiwen Zhang is 33 years of age. Born in China, competed for Singapore before moving to the United States. Playing in a best ever ranking, as I said. She's had a real second wind, as it were. Pan American Games champion at the moment, and has got 3 titles to her name. Beat Neslihan Narin of Turkey yesterday. That was pretty straightforward. Won 2 titles last year. That's her best ever record, given that she's only won 3 ever. As I mentioned, the India Open, she beat PV Sindhu in the final in 2018. No mean feat. And she won the Australian Open and Hilo Open last year. Good to have Steve with me now, here in the commentary position. Warm greetings on a cold day to my fellow commentator.
A very cold day.
Now you're feeling it a bit more, because you said it was okay when you first walked in.
Yeah. I was jinxing it.
You did. I don't know whether you managed to catch a bit of An Se-young yesterday. See, I think you did.
Yeah.
What did you feel about that performance against Ratchanok?
Totally typical first round match.
A loosener.
Yeah, and Ratchenok's got the shot repertoire to challenge An Se-young at times, but yeah, basically it's about how the right knee reacts. We can see it's heavily strapped, and also a strapped right thigh.
There we go.
There it is.
Yeah.
Ready?
She's
What she won last
Ladies
week?
and gentlemen,
yep, she did. Her first
On my
title
right.
since that injury.
Beiwen Zhang, USA.
Umpires
And on my
Mr.
left,
Joshi from India and
An
Mr. Gunn
Se-young,
from China, the
Korea.
service judge.
Beiwen Zhang to serve. Love all. Play.
Oi!
Quite the rally.
What a deception. Totally wrong-footed An Se-young there.
How can
One.
you say that?
Love.
Look at this. We didn't get to see the legs of the Korean there, but they were going in a different direction, I can tell you. It's gone wide.
So you talked about the shot repertoire of Ratchenok, who's got
Service
that
over.
within her. What about Beiwen Zhang for
One.
you?
Yeah, she hasn't really got the same arsenal weapons, but she's good at utilizing the shots that she's got, and it's really impressive how she's performed coming back from a ruptured Achilles
Yeah.
at the Olympics. I totally agree, she's revived her career.
What do you put that down to, Steve? At you know, almost mid-30s now.
Yeah, but
3-1.
we see it in other sports as well. We see it in tennis, we see it in American football, that players are taking much better care of their bodies these days than previously, so they're able to prolong their career. And it's tough to get into
Service over.
professional sports, so when you get there, you definitely want to make the most of it.
Yeah, because your shelf life is short, isn't it?
Yeah. And also, I think we have to say that the medical
Much better now.
treatment is much better. Previously, if you had an ACL injury, you were pretty much done as a singles player.
Service
We've seen
over.
Caroline Marin come back from ACLs
4
in both knees to a very high level. So that's also helped, no doubt about it.
That's a fine start here from Beiwen.
5-2.
Good pressure, taking it high on the front court. Young playing too short. You can see it at the feet of Beiwen Zhang.
6-2.
Feet not touching the first of the two trend lines at the back of the court, and then your opponent has definitely played too short.
This is a nice 5-point cushion here for
7-2.
Beiwen. And An Se-young yesterday said that she did take some time to adapt to the court and to adjust to Ratchenok Internon's game. But she said once she settled down, she started to play better, which was true. And
Service over.
she did
3-1.
say She relies more
7.
on her control than her speed, which is why it took some time for her to adjust to the pace of the game at the start.
Because the speed of movement has gone down.
Yeah, from what she was used to last week, right?
7.
Knee injury. Yeah, but also last week, the speed of movement was not like we saw her
in the past.
In the first half of 2023, basically up until Asian Games.
That's more like it. Where do you rank that, Steen, for you? That blistering start to 2023 from An Se-young, is that right
7.
up there for you? It's got to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. She was performing better than anybody else. She had improved on her movement coming into 2023, and a little improvement was enough to be dominant.
And she's only 21.
6.
Turns 22 next month.
7.
And she's now put on a little run herself. Remember, the lead we said was 5-point cushion.
Seven all.
And in no time at all, she has wiped out that deficit, An Se-young.
Service over. 8-7.
Kim Hak-kyung, beg your pardon, to the left there, the Korean head coach. And Sung Ji-hyun, the women's singles coach.
Just maybe a bit of hesitation.
9-7.
Just missed it. But good pressure from Zhang.
Service over.
I think that's what you
9.
what you need to do against An Se-young, but it's not easy because she's really good at sort of playing the clever shots all the time. And it gives her the best chance of continuing the rally. Good shot.
Oh, nicely done.
Service over. 10-9.
Won the Open last year, beating Akane Yamaguchi in the final. Listen to that noise now from the crowd. Just starting to get a few more streaming through. The kids are in as well. They certainly make their
10 all.
presence felt yesterday. A real treat for them.
Service over.
So we go into the interval here with Zhang just
Interval.
ahead of An Se-young. 11-10 in game 1.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Well, anything's better than going to class, right? They're certainly
11,
enjoying
10.
themselves. They
Play.
might get to watch the badminton as well. If they look in front of them.
Service over.
Wish I had that
11
option when I was a kid.
all.
You probably did, Steen. Going to watch badminton?
Not instead of school.
You were a studious boy, weren't you?
But the clubs arranged trips
12,
to see the
11.
Denmark Open, which
Oh,
at that
nice.
time was held in Copenhagen.
So that was a nice big trip for you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
13, 11.
Well, we're not being treated to a masterclass yet by An Se-young. We saw one earlier from Tai Tzu Ying, who was her opponent in the final last week, Malaysia Open.
Good shot.
You worked on that final,
Service
Steve,
over.
last week. How did you find An Se-young then?
12,
80%
13.
An Se-young?
Difficult to say, but I mean, obviously with the knee bandage, she's not at her best.
Yeah.
But that's worrying for the opposition because it was Tai Tzu Ying's
13
conditions last week.
all.
So if she wasn't able to beat her there, and she was playing a good tournament, Tai Tzu Ying, but if she wasn't able to beat An Se-young on that occasion, then it's difficult to see how it's going to happen.
Yeah, scary.
Ooh.
Just a little long.
Indecision
Out.
with the
Out
line
is the
judge who
call.
first called it in,
It's
and
out.
then
Out is the call.
after some,
He's get out. Out is the call.
I think Zhang Beiwen gave him the look, and then he changed
Okay.
his mind.
Yeah, there we go.
Now An Se-young is
An
challenging.
Se-young challenges called.
It's a bit
Out.
indecisive there.
Yeah.
That's why she was clarifying and now putting that request for a challenge. Took some time.
Yeah, and when she looked at the linesman, he was calling it good, so she wasn't aware that it was called long until a little bit later. So I think good job by the umpire to allow him to challenge. It wasn't immediate, and they're watching the big screen, which is behind them.
Ooh.
And that's
Challenge
why Zhang Beiwen
unsuccessful.
gave the linesman the eyes.
One challenge remaining. 14, 13. Flag.
Beiwen Zhang's done well so far. Stumbles over.
Knock of the net court.
Service over. 14.
A wry smile there from Beiwen Zhang.
Yeah, that's well played. That's that corner there, that
Service over.
forehand front
15,
court
14.
corner. That is vulnerable for tight drop shots, disguised slices, but it's not like it's a short point that's gone wide. You got
16,
to work An
14.
Se-young to other parts of the court before you can attack that area. But then there's a small opening for her opponents. Slammed in. Good control by Zhang Beiwen. And when you
17,
asked about
14.
how she would come back, there's also this, her own determination, her own grit and determination. She's been used to sort of taking her fate into her own hands.
Yeah.
Nope, stays in.
That's good. Otherwise, it would have got a little harder for An Se-young at
Service over.
18-14.
15, 17.
Oh, right idea maybe.
16,
And again,
17.
facing a little bit of a deficit. An Se-young has battled back. World number 1 versus world number 9. It's tight at the moment, this one.
Good shot from Beiwen. Well left. That sort of neutralizing
Service over.
recovery shots from
18,
a low position
16.
in the deep forehand corner. That's super valuable.
Oh, stopped under that. A point in it.
Service over. 17, 18.
What's Beiwen Zhang doing right for you here in this first game?
She's applying good pressure.
Service
She moves
over.
well herself.
19,
So it's not like
17.
I actually think An Se-young, she did quite well in this rally, applying a lot of pressure, but you can see that Zhang Beiwen is ready to cope with it. I think that's the key to take up that battle when you have the movement, the speed of movement to compete with An Se-young. Then you do it. Pressure. Wrong. She's playing with the drift, Zhang Beiwen. Yeah. So she's
Service
got to be a
over.
little bit careful, but that's what she's done so
18,
well. She's controlled
19.
the length of her clears, the trajectory reasonably flat, doesn't give away too much time for An Se-young. She's got too much time, she's got too many options, and you will be under pressure. Oi, that's a
19.
soft one from Zhang.
19, all.
This is the type of game that you really want to win. You've been ahead throughout the majority of it.
Yeah, she really has. That will be frustrating for her. She can't finish this off. See it through. It's good, and it's An who now has game point here.
20,
Beiwen
game
Zhang has
point.
led for probably about 80% of this first game.
Good play. It's gone wide.
An Se-young
Game.
takes that first game. Remember, the last two matches she's played,
First game
she
won by An Se-young.
lost the opening game
21,
to Tai Tzu-Ying in the
19.
final of the Malaysia Open, and then against Ratchanok yesterday, but she breaks that little run and takes the first game, 21-19.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Stark contrast there, Steen, when you look at the interval.
Love all.
Two coaches around Han Si-young, and of course,
Blake.
poor Zhang Beiwen is on her own.
Yeah.
The resources available.
Sometimes it might be an advantage not having anyone to...
says the national coach.
Yeah. I discovered a little bit late in my coaching career that sometimes often disturb more than I help.
Well, did no one want to say that to you earlier?
Yeah.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining.
The thing is, as a coach, you feel like,
Service
okay,
over.
you earn your money in the practices
by saying
Blake.
and in the intervals. So you feel like, okay, you have to say something, and you have to say. The more you say, the more you deserve your money. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you say so much that you confuse the players.
You've said this before, that you don't want to pump too much information is actually worse. It's counterproductive.
Depends on the players. Some can process more.
Yeah.
Another challenge here from who was the challenge? Was it Han Si-young? No, it was Zhang Beiwen. She felt it went in.
Challenge unsuccessful.
But,
one challenge remaining.
Given the lack of resources available
Service
to
over.
Zhang,
1 all.
and the year she just had, I mean, that's incredible. We love you, Han Si-young, of course, hugely popular wherever she goes.
Oh, she's playing way too short now, Zhang Beiwen. She really can't get the right length on her shots.
2-1.
Look at this. She was in front of the first service line, Han Si-young. And of course, there are situations where it's nice to have a coach, but preferably a coach that you're used to working with and that knows you. The closer the working relationship is between player and coach, the better chance you have of helping.
Just going back to the point, though, that she's a top 10 player without any of this around her.
Yeah, that's because she's self-funded. So,
yeah,
I mean, if there's anyone who wants to travel for free and has the skills, I think she would accept it. But if you have to pay, then you also have to figure out how many matches does it win me extra having a coach.
I think she recently got a trainer, which she said was helping her.
Yeah.
But there are all these sort of calculations that a lot of players would otherwise take for granted, Steve.
Yes, exactly. And it's sometimes healthy to be fully responsible yourself, but it takes time to learn, and we've seen that on some occasions. Li Shijia has made no secret about that.
Yeah,
it's been a struggle to figure out how to do things, but that's also a learning process. And what have you been used to up through your youth? Good shot.
Again, it's a good start from Zhang in the second game, like she did in the first.
Service over. 3-6.
Short again.
Just hoping that would go her way, played it late.
4-6.
That's a corner where We've seen her play some good recovery shots, but if she reaches it a little bit lower, then there's some opportunities for her opponent. Oh, he's short again.
Oh, again.
Yeah.
Almost identical. Attacking that corner.
5-6.
Badminton is basically about stealing time from your opponent. It's all about what you can do with the time you've got. So if you have a big swing, you need a lot of time. If you have a short swing, you can
Over.
most likely do
7.
a lot of different shots. So stealing time is done, amongst others, by playing deceptions, by having good quality on the shots, anticipating what the opponent can do.
I mean, she's also playing some
8,
fabulous shots.
5.
Yeah.
That one not so fabulous.
Service over. 6-8. Good.
Yesterday we had Beiwen Zhang here, Canadian player. Again, someone in a similar sort of situation to Zhang.
Yeah, but he had a coach with him,
Service
and there's,
over.
and there's a national
9,
team set up in
6.
Canada. I think actually Canada has done very well recently.
That's just out.
Yeah.
A long, hard look at that one, Anse-Young.
10-6.
Short. Wow.
Oh. So good to watch.
If we get it again, look
Service
where
over.
Anse-Young hits the shot from.
7-10.
But
She doesn't have to move a lot, so that means that she's got extra time at her hands and lesser time for Zhang Beiwen.
Service
so
over.
that was good. The serve.
11,
We go to the interval
7.
of the second game
Interval.
with Anse-Young 4 points behind Zhang Beiwen at the moment. So the Korean has taken the first game.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Do your check. Coaches show check. Eleven, 7. Play.
Good shot. Oh, that's a challenge.
Beiwen Zhang
I'm not sure
challenges.
she'll win it, but I'm
Gone.
sure it was
Out.
close.
But you're liking the intent here from Beiwen Zhang, aren't you?
Yeah.
of idea from the American. Aha!
She won that challenge.
Correction.
Very good.
In
5 points clear here.
7. Black.
And if we take the match and look at it as a whole, then Zhang Beiwen have been the better player.
Yeah, throughout. And just go back to the point of making Brian Young as well.
7.
Players like him and Michelle Lee and Beiwen Zhang, they're not getting to spar.
Oh, it's difficult.
Hard, isn't it, for them?
Yeah, it's difficult. And when Zhang is back home in Las Vegas, where she's living, she says that she's doing a lot of physical training, physical preparation, because I mean, when you do exercises, you need a certain level of the players you practice with, otherwise it becomes in vain.
8-14.
It's been a very good second game thus far for Zhang. And a little bit of trouble perhaps for An Young.
Service over.
Yeah, she's not really
15.
controlling anything, and she's just reacting. And she needs to control more, playing this side of the court, be more proactive.
This is excellent stuff from Beiwen Zhang. 8 points clear now.
16-8.
Good play.
The problem for An Young is, first of all, that she broke a string in this rally,
17,
but also that
8.
if she is to take a more controlling role and attack a little bit more, then she's got to move quicker. It's going to be more explosive, more start and stops.
But that's part of the problem for her, isn't it, right now, the mobility?
Yeah.
It's a whopping 9-point gap
Black.
here. She's
18.
playing tremendously well here. Zhang Beiwen. Looking very good to take the second game, and we're going to go to a third. Unless something quite special happens here from An Young.
Service over.
Well, let's see if she can put on
9.
a similarly
18.
impressive run herself. Oh, precision right into that corner
10,
from the Korean.
18.
Inch perfect, that one. Oh, she's been so good.
Service over. 19-10. Service over. 11-19.
Well, last year, the height of her powers, An Young beat Beiwen Zhang 21-19, 21-13.
Went long.
12,
Still
19.
some distance away, 7 points away from her opponent.
Misjudgment.
Oh, another good one.
13, 19.
Wow,
14,
late flourish here
19.
from An Se-young. Four in a row.
And she's got to figure out a way to deal with this near side of the court, either now or in an eventual third game. Long. Nope, stays in.
Oh, it stayed in.
The previous shot that Zhang Beiwen played
Service
long,
over.
she played from almost mid-court
20,
area. And that's why
Game point.
she put
14.
that long. But sometimes it plays with the mind of the players, thinking that the drift has somehow changed. Good pressure, clear.
Game.
So she
Second game won by
converts her
Beiwen
very
Zhang.
first game point. She had 6 of
21,
them rather.
1
Zhang
game
Beiwen.
on.
And we are going to go into a third here. That's a third match in a row. And Se-young has had to do that.
Let's welcome the technical officials, Court 3, umpire, KOR Panna, India, service judge, Sudirman, India.
여기서 높이 조금을 더 파워.
많이 움직인다고 생각을 하고 최근 낮은 것들에 대한 거 밀렸을 때 대각으로 넣는 차라리 직선으로 지금 대각이 지금 공이 짧단 말이에요. 공이 더 크게 나오는 거죠. 차라리 밀렸을 때 차라리 직선 쪽으로 하는 것보다 좀 가운데가 밀려서 일단 대각만 안 넣는 거 거리가 멀어지니까 짧아지는
Now let's welcome our players, Court 3, mixed doubles, Zhang Beiwen,
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Yuki Kaneko, Misaki Matsumoto, Japan.
Final game. Love all. Play. Service
So
over.
An Se-young here.
1
in the
love.
unusual position of 3 matches in a row going to 3. So unusual because, of course, last year she was so dominant.
Well, that's one
Out.
left.
Someone who
Service over.
has very rarely
1
been eliminated
all.
in the second round of World Tour tournaments, just a handful of them. Beiwen Zhang, she may sense, Steen, as you said throughout this match thus far, she's been the better
1.
player.
Yeah, and looking at the opening stages here in the third game, I think An Se-young's going to come up with something different, otherwise she's going to be eliminated. But we also know she has the capacity to do it. We just don't know if she has it today. That hurt. That's a fantastic play by Zhang Beiwen. Not only played the right place,
3,
but also played
1.
with high quality.
Yeah.
So the attack down the backhand of An Se-young and those drop shots there, they're going to spell trouble. So Anna's going to take better control.
Again, it is all going very nicely for the American.
4, 1.
Boy, what a deception, and she's lucky it stays in.
5,
Again, wrong foot.
1.
Her opponent.
Dare we say it, that Zhang Beiwen is toying with An Se-young at the moment?
How often do we say that? Yeah, looks up to the heavens. She's
6, 1.
a picture of frustration at the moment.
Serves over.
Actually, you can
6.
go back to the Malaysia Open last year. From the quarterfinals onwards, she was taken to 3 games. She eventually won that, beating Akane Yamaguchi. So it's been about just over a year since she has had 3 matches in a row
6.
where she's gone to 3. And she's been behind it the whole time here, really.
Yeah, because she was lucky to secure the first game, but that was 3 relatively
6.
easy errors from Zhang Beiwen there. Good shot.
You know, yesterday, Steve, you and I, when we were watching
Serves
Brian Yang,
over.
he was in a good position, if you recall, against Lee Si-ja.
17-13.
17-13.
4.
And then Lee reeled off 8 in a row, and you were kind of talking about he was probably in his head. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, but he didn't have that strapping that An Se-young has on her right leg. But she's not going to hand it to Zhang Beiwen. Zhang
No.
Beiwen is going to have to win it herself, and can she do that?
Short. 8, 4.
There's another loose one.
Serves over.
Never
5,
beaten An Se-young
8.
before. Zhang Beiwen.
This would be something pretty special. And anyone beating An Se-young's pretty special.
Last year she got her first ever win over Chen Yufei. Good movement from Beiwen. Excellent play. That was the
6,
more controlling
8.
side of An Se-young, and the good news for her is that she's only trailing by 2,
Zhang?
but she hasn't
Yeah.
really played well.
This pass the
But Zhang has scored a lot of An Se-young's points as well. She's taking more control, An Se-young. Position.
Well, I wonder if this
7,
is
Look at that.
turning a corner.
8.
Look at that.
Zhang.
Did she just clutch something?
No, it's just the pace had gone up, and it was a long, long rally. So how is she going to respond to that? Does she have the stamina? No,
Oh.
another mistake.
That was an opportunity, wasn't it?
I would say at least 6 of An Se-young's
8
8 points is
all.
very easy mistakes from Zhang Beiwen.
That's got to hurt. Maybe she's just sensing blood now. An Se-young. She has the lead for the first time in this third game.
9-8.
I don't understand why she drifted away from the attacking style Zhang Beiwen. It's way too early to play that corner. That's the way to go. That's a beauty. Boy, she's working hard on Young now, and she's getting the results.
She's starting to feel it, isn't she?
10-8.
Zhang Beiwen. Skims the net. It's long, and into the interval we go. A little jog to the
11-8.
break from Matsuya.
Interval. Change
consecutive.
It is. Yes. It is. Good run here from Unse Young, who was trailing 4-8 a short while ago.
완전히 몰라 있을 때나 보일 때나 그러지. 뭐야, 이니셜 갖고 그냥 하고 실수하게 만드는 거 그냥.
주의가 두께가 지금 드롭 같은 거 최대한 조금 더 낮춰.
한 번 더.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Eleven, 8. Play.
Now, Unse Young has had a terrific run. Her best run of this match so far, 7 in a row. Zhang has just ended that run.
Service over.
And she's now playing
9.
the side where she was so
11.
dominant, Zhang Beiwen, in the second game. Excellent. Where's the more controlling
Service
attacking
over.
style? And it becomes really important
12,
now whether Zhang
9.
Beiwen can find the right length on her shots. If she can't, I think we're going to see Anne go in and make these short attacks. That's good play. Too short. Also too short.
She looks a bit exasperated at the moment, Zhang Beiwen.
13.
And this is perhaps
9.
one of the situations where it would be nice to have a coach outside the court.
Yeah, this has
14,
been a real
9.
nice turnaround as far as Unse Young is concerned.
She's 10-1 up
Yeah, just about,
in the last
to say
11
that.
points.
Yeah, this is her most dominant phase of the entire match for the Korean. And she's now 6 clear. And this is the business end. That's the difference between the very best when it matters most. But she was, make no mistake about it, Steen, she was under real pressure earlier.
She was under real pressure, but it seems to me like Zhang
15,
Beiwen,
9.
she crumbled.
Yeah, do you think she took the foot off the pedal a bit?
No, I think I think she couldn't. Maybe she started thinking ahead that she was going to get a win, or that she was about to make a big upset.
So that was playing in her mind.
I think so.
16,
Because if you see it now
9.
and tell people that she was dominant up until 8-4 in this game, they would ask, how?
Yeah, right.
It's
Two-thirds
two
of this
different
match.
players.
Right.
But it's also different than Unse Young.
Yeah, she's really stepped it up.
Short. Look at where Unse Young's feet is. She's simply not getting the correct length. Zhang Beiwen. That puts her under extra pressure. But she lifted, I think. Zhang Beiwen is dead tired. Fantastic rally by the two players.
17.
She's feeling it, really
9.
feeling it. Zhang Beiwen, look at that, hunched up.
And she's got to play on.
She just wasn't going to get there, was she?
Leg.
She was walking, strolling towards it. Oh, what a dive! And she's not that far away, but wow. Han Se-young, full stretch there.
Just show him where it is.
Have a look at this. She's come alive in
Service
this
over.
third and final
10,
game.
17.
And she's so clear of her opponent. She didn't even need to do that.
Yes. Thank you.
Finally got a bit of a spring in her step. Han Se-young. It's taken her a long, long time in this match.
Eleven, 17. Service over. 18, 11.
Now 7 clear. Easy one to put away, but a lot more needed from Beiwen
Service
Zhang.
over. 12, 18.
Well,
13,
just a little run
18.
from her at the moment. Zhang. Narrow the gap to 5.
Service over. 19, 13.
Oh, well wide. Suddenly, just kind of seems to have
Service
regressed.
over. 14, 19.
Oh, this is actually a pretty decent run.
Service over.
At 6
20.
match points now
Match point.
for Han Se-young.
14.
And proves that she's hard to beat. We talked about it regarding last week's final in Malaysia Open. Right.
So Han Se-young, again, not the most convincing, especially for 2/3 of this match. Beiwen Zhang will perhaps look back at this. 8-4 up in game 3, having really dominated large parts of it, but
Chang.
could not
Chang.
put the finishing touches on. Han Se-young marches on, the defending champion. Wins this one. And it's
Match
two
won by
matches now in a row where she's had to dig a little deep.
21-19, 14-21, 21-14.
So, our top seed here from Korea, smile on her face, perhaps. She feels it could have gone a little better for her. An Se-young, the Korean top seed, beats the American Beiwen Zhang 21-19, 14-21, 21-14. It's completed in 55 minutes. Men's singles is up next, our fourth match here on Court 1 in the second.